The spring meetings of the World Bank and the International Monetary Fund, IMF, have opened in Washington, D.C. Finance ministers, governors of the central banks, the private sector, and leaders of civil society organizations have gathered for 8 days of discussions. Prominent topics under discussions are the debt crisis, the post-COVID situation, entrepreneurship and development. Having qualified for a financial bailout by the IMF last year, Zambia is likely to be a case study here, especially after reaching a staff-level agreement with a Bretton Woods institution a week ago. Finance Minister Dr. Stumbeko Msokotwani is expected to engage various stakeholders here, including the World Bank and the IMF, on debt restructuring.
We are meeting the Managing Director of the IMF. We shall be meeting the President of the World Bank. We shall be meeting colleagues from the US Treasury, the UK, China itself. But the good news is that so many institutions, they are all talking about the need to complete this debt relief program.
The Civil Society for Poverty Reduction, CSPR, a Zambian NGO, is hopeful that the meetings will yield a positive result for Zambia.
We're hoping in this meeting, as Honorable Minister Msokotwani meets some of the creditors like China and IMF, the International Monetary Fund, we should be able to strike a deal for debt relief for Zambia. I think the burden for debt in Zambia is high, which is causing high cost of living.
On a daily basis, both the IMF and the World Bank are holding simultaneous discussions where various topics are being explored. In the coming days, 2 cabinet ministers from Zambia will be addressing some sessions of the annual meetings of the World Bank and the IMF. Finance Minister Dr. Stumbeko Msokotwani will give a presentation on how Zambia is managing the IMF bailout. Another minister who will be speaking here is Transport and Logistics Minister Frank Tayari, who also talk about the trade corridors that Zambia is trying to implement. Shalala, ZNBC News in Washington, D.C. in the United States of America.